Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining tonight. So, first thing, I want to thank you and welcome you for joining our webinar focusing on tips and tricks for working from home. Um, I know that there's a little bit of delay because it's a live stream. So, if you guys have any questions or comments, wait a few seconds until it shows up because probably I'm speaking a little in advance of time here. Well, another thing that I would like to say is I'm sorry, but Mechi, who would join us today, she had a health issue and she won't be able to join. We'll miss her, but you'll probably get the chance to meet her in future events. So let's go here. Let's go. I hope I can cover everything today. How can I start? Let me start by saying that over the last few years, more and more people have started working remotely or want to do so. And while working from home has its benefits, it can also present unique challenges that can make it difficult to stay productive and also focused. So, in today's webinar, in this presentation, I will provide you with some tips and tricks to help you navigate the remote work environment successfully, okay? But let me start again. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Bea. My name is Beatriz, actually, but everyone calls me Bea here at BairesDev. I'm from Brazil, from Minas Gerais. I've been working here at BairesDev for a year and a half now, and it's been a great journey. I've learned a lot. And as I mentioned, I'm from Brazil, and I know that we have attendees from all over the globe. I saw some comments on YouTube and LinkedIn already, but if you guys don't mind, please drop a comment saying which city, which country are you from? Let me see here. Oh, I see people from Chile. I see people from Bolivia, people from Brazil. Great. Colombia. Oh, we have people from Toronto. Great. Peru, Jamaica. Amazing, guys. We have people from a lot of different places here. I love when we have this going on. So, back to our event tonight. We'll start today's webinar by talking a little about our company, who we are, what we do. After that, I'll give a few tips and tricks, as I mentioned, to help you succeed on the remote workspace. And finally, we'll have a question and answer session. So feel free to send us questions during the presentation through the chat, both on LinkedIn and YouTube. And I'll try to answer some of them at the end if we have time. But let's move forward. About us. So, BairesDev is a young, dynamic, and flexible company that was founded in 2009 by Paul Azurin and Nacho DeMarco. And ever since the day we started, we worked hard to become a remote-first company that offers an exciting environment where high-performing tech professionals can display their talents and share their knowledge. We specialize in solid end-to-end delivery of highly customized technology solutions designed by the top 1% IT talent, always ready to drive meaningful change with a strategic vision for the future. We are the choice workplace for outstanding individuals that want to engage in the global community through high-level challenges and technologies. And we currently have thousands of BDevers working from over 40 countries, helping us achieve our business goals with cross-industry experience and technological excellence. And all of that while also being recognized and trusted for employing the most talented professionals in the IT market. We have thousands of people applying for our openings every month. And we are committed to hiring only the best to make sure we can support our clients and do our work with excellence. And the best part, while working together with amazing people all the time. With this goal of harnessing the top 1% talent, as I mentioned, we knew that it wouldn't be possible to concentrate those people in a single city, not even in a single country. And that being said, the remote work environment was the only way to break all the geographical barriers. And that's why we currently have teams distributed in 600 different cities from over 40 countries. All of our remote works are really remote. They have always been, and they will always be. We have people working while traveling, living the digital nomad lifestyle while working here. And we like to think of ourselves as a global village of overachieving professionals empowered by real connections. And we have a native digital work environment with flexibility and trust, which enables a digital lifestyle. Um, as I mentioned, now I'm going to share some insights about working remotely. And drop your questions, guys. As I said, I'll be having the Q&A session with you in a few, okay? Stay tuned. So I'm going to be a little repetitive here, guys. Don't mind me. But ever since day one, everyone here at BairesDev have been working remotely. I like to think of remote work as part of our DNA. So I think it's fair to say that we are experts on that. So I hope I can give some real valuable tips regarding this topic, okay? Well, BairesDev is actually my first time working fully remote. So I also like to know if you guys are already working remotely, if you had this opportunity in the past, or maybe if you're looking for your first opportunity to work remotely. um, drop a comment so I can know your status regarding the remote work. But I must say, if you're looking for a remote opportunity, we have plenty of openings, and our company is a great place to join the global workforce with the flexibility of, as I said, being 100% remote. Let me see the comments. I have people saying that they want to work remotely. Yeah. At the end of this webinar, I'm also going to share a link and a QR code so you guys can apply to our positions and check all the available positions we have currently at BairesDev. So let's move forward with our tips, okay? 1 second here. Let me just change this slide. And here we are. Well, to start, I know that the first image that comes to the minds of many of you, maybe, when we talk about remote work is first, waking up 2 minutes before your shift starts. Second, staying in your PJs all day. And third, maybe working all wonky, laying on your couch, something like that. I'm not gonna lie here. I've done this a few times, but the thing is, having a morning routine, sticking to a regular work schedule can help you stay on track and be more productive, and also help you detach from work outside working hours. I mean, I once read an article saying that people that tend to watch TV, read in bed, eat in bed, they are more likely to suffer from insomnia. So I think the same principle applies here. So if you try to wake up at the same time each day, have breakfast, go for a walk, if you're the exercising type, take a shower, dress up for work. You don't, I said dress up for work. You don't have to be dressed very formal, but it helps setting the mood for work. And also, it gets you prepared in case you have an emergency meeting happening. So but yeah, doing this, all of this, and also creating a schedule that includes your lunch break at a consistent time every day, that will help you focus on work and prevents you from being distracted by other things. And I really, really mean it, because everything can be so distracting when you work from home, especially because it's easy for others to assume that you are available to chat or to pause what you're doing all the time to help with something, some household tasks, I don't know, anything. And of course, you can do your things every once in a while during quick breaks, but it is important to set clear boundaries with friends, partners, family, any housemates you live with, so they can understand that you are working and that you are unavailable during certain hours, okay? And again, going with the subject of everything being so distractive, um, I mean, I know some people are more prone to distractions, but don't worry, I'm also here to help you with that. So I want to list a few tools and techniques so you can strike the items on your to-do list and make the most of your workday. First up, let's talk about time management apps. Those tools allow you to track your tasks and your deadlines in one easy-to-use platform. So you can create boards, lists, color code things, create cards to organize your work, set reminders so you can keep on track. And they often integrate with other productivity tools like Google Drive or Slack, so you can streamline your workflow and stay efficient. Here at BairesDev, we use Jira to manage our tasks, but there's many other tools out there. So take a couple of weeks, test a few, and then use the ones you feel like adjust better to your tasks and your needs. Next, let's talk about the Pomodoro technique. This is a time management method that involves breaking your whole workday into 30-minute blocks. And those 30 minutes are made of 25 minutes to work and then 5 minutes, like a quick 5-minute break. And this is a great way to stay focused and avoid burnout, especially if you're prone to procrastination or distraction. Um, there are also a lot of free Pomodoro timers online or in app form. So give it a try, see if it works for you. And finally, let's talk about setting reminders and deadlines. This might seem obvious, I know, but it's amazing how much of a difference it can make to have a clear sense of what needs to be done and when does it need to be done. So you can use your calendar app to set specific deadlines for your tasks, set a few reminders to help you stay on schedule, and also please build some free slots there too, because unexpected things always come up, and it's important to have some flexibility in your schedule for some task or some unexpected meeting. Okay. Um, and I mean, since we're talking about getting distracted, about your personal things, one of the biggest challenges of working from home, I know, it's balancing work life and personal life. So if you set up a dedicated workspace, that can really help you. Um, Again, if you're working from bed, you're more likely to think about work when you're laying in bed trying to sleep. So if you choose a space in your home that is quiet, free from distractions, and preferably you will only use for work, so you can really dedicate that space to that. If your role demands that you have a lot of open camera meetings, try to set up a space with nice lighting and a nice background. It's always better to have a natural light source in front of you. I have a window right here in front of me, so it's a great example of that. It's nighttime now, so you cannot see the sunlight, but you know what I mean. And that will also help enhancing the quality of your camera image, for example. And try to keep your background clean. Avoid a place where people will be constantly passing behind you all the time, because you won't be able to use virtual backgrounds. I'm sorry, I don't know if you could hear that. It was a car or a motorcycle. I don't know. Sorry. Again, sometimes you are not able to use virtual backgrounds, although they are a really great ally. If you can use them, go for it. I love them. Another thing is you should really consider purchasing comfortable furniture, because I know it can be more expensive, but you'll be sitting there for a long time every day, a lot of hours. So make sure you have a nice chair and a good desk that's the appropriate height. And besides all of that, investing in your workspace can help increase motivation and productivity. I really believe that a cozy workspace not only has a good chair, but maybe some plants or some decor items that speak to your own personality, so you can be happy too while sitting there, you know, and keep your workspace as organized as possible. A comfortable and visually pleasing environment can help you feel more motivated and focused while working from home. So, since we talked about setting up a dedicated workspace, let's see how we can take care of ergonomics, which is how we can design and arrange things in a way that optimizes our performance and our safety at work. It involves factors such as posture, comfort, physical activity, workstation design, all of that aiming to reduce the risk of injuries and increase productivity, and also improving overall well-being. Uh, Working from home can often put additional strain to our bodies due to, as I mentioned, long hours spent sitting in front of a screen. So ergonomics is really important to ensure that we maintain good health and good productivity levels. Most workers face challenges such as neck pain, backaches, headaches, eye strain, wrist pains, and probably most of that are due to improper workspace setup. To avoid that, you should ensure that your desk is at the right height and that your chair supports your back well. You can put a pillow here or something to help supporting your back. Um, if the chair has arms, that's also a great thing. There are chairs with adjustable arms that allow you to customize the armrest, like height and angle, and it really helps. Also, make sure that your screen is at the right height. So, one thing that I would never do again is using the monitor on or the laptop straight on the desk. I use a monitor stand here to make it higher at the same level of my eyes here. Um, and those stands are usually pretty cheap, and you don't go like you don't strain your neck looking down the whole day, which is amazing. Also, keep the monitor or the laptop at a good distance. Don't put it too close to your eyes. The recommended, I think, it's around 50 centimeters to a meter, so around an arm that should be fine. And one thing that it's super important, I know it would sound silly here, but don't forget to blink. We tend to blink less when looking at screens, and it can cause dry eyes and irritation, besides other health issues. I have a sticker here, a winky sticker face, like here on my monitor, and another one on my laptop. So whenever I look at them, both of them, I just take a few seconds and blink a few times, real slow. You can use a post-it note or just remember to blink, okay? Don't forget to blink. Let me see. Another tip is that your keyboard and your mouse should be at the right level and the right angle so it doesn't hurt your wrists. Some people prefer to use an ergonomic mouse. It really helps with that. And another equipment that helps a lot with ergonomics, if you can afford one, is a standing desk. They're not as cheap usually, but they can be really helpful and they're worth the investment. Um, a few more best practices for maintaining good posture during work hours. I know this is a hard one, especially if you have bad posture in general. I know I do. But you should keep yourself straight up. Sit straight up. Fix your posture on your chair whenever you realize you're looking like a shrimp, a little bent. So I do this all the time. I'm like this, and then I see that I'm completely bent, and then I just sit up straight. And also, one thing that people don't pay attention enough is keep both of your feet flat on the ground. Okay, this is really important. And last but not least, I would say to stretch frequently throughout the day, because some exercising and stretching routines can alleviate stiffness and prevent injuries. You should do some neck stretching, some neck rotation also works fine, some shoulder shrugs, some shoulder rotation, wrist stretches. So always try to stretch and add those to your routine so you keep your muscles loose and prevent injury, okay? And another thing that it's related to the ergonomics topic, again, taking breaks throughout the day is really, really important, even when working from home. Since you'll be sitting all day long, since you've been sitting all day long, make sure to take regular breaks to stretch, to move around, take a short walk, recharge your batteries, spend a little time with your family, your kids, your pets. Whenever I can take a few minutes off, I go there to pet my cats a little. It makes them super happy. It makes me super happy. I love it. And one final thing here. When you're done with work for the day, make a conscious effort to disconnect from work-related tasks and technology. Of course, we've all had to deal with a work emergency every now and then, but it shouldn't be happening all the time, let's be honest. And I know we all have a lot of work to do, a lot of things to do, and we want to deliver our work, but we will be more productive during work hours if outside working your work schedule, you stay disconnected from work. Another thing to keep in mind is that working remotely can be isolating, particularly if you're used to working in an office environment. So it's good to make an effort to stay connected with your colleagues through regular communication channels like email, instant messaging, video calls. If you and your colleagues are working on something that don't require you to keep the camera, like for a meeting or something, maybe you can hang out together and work together. Those interactions will help you feel less lonely and more engaged with your team. Here at BairesDev, we have a few initiatives and also channels for our BDevers to engage, chit chat, talk about their hobbies, play some games together, discuss their favorite movies or books. And it's always good when we get to spend time together, chilling in meetings or even talking to each other while doing something. Another thing, last but not least, take care of yourself. Taking care of yourself is essential to stay healthy and productive while working from home. This means getting enough sleep, drinking enough water. I don't drink enough water. I know I should. I'm saying you should. Don't do as I do. Do as I say, okay? Keep your water bottle close to you so you can drink water every now and then. Let me take a sip. Exercise regularly. Eat healthy meals. Find ways to manage your stress. Communicate your needs to your manager if you're feeling overwhelmed. Try to prioritize things. This is also really important. And the thing you should prioritize at most is self-care. It can help you stay focused, motivated, and energized throughout the whole workday. Um, there you have it, folks. I think those are my top tips, tools, and techniques for remote work. Again, the key to success is finding what works best for you. What works best for me might not be the same thing that works best for you. So feel free to experiment and try different techniques. And don't be afraid to switch things up if something is not working properly, okay? With a little effort and a little intentionality, you can definitely make the most of your workday and achieve your goals. Well, that's a wrap for the tips, but I'm sure many of you have some questions. So before we run the Q&A session, you guys can start typing your questions on social media, YouTube and LinkedIn. I'll be checking them in a few. But while we're waiting for your questions, I know that we have a little delay here. We have this link on the description of the event, both on YouTube and LinkedIn. And you can also access the same link through this QR code that you're seeing on your screen. And through this link, you'll have access to, first, our jobs portal, where you can check all of our available openings. So if you're looking for an opening for a new job, for a change of paths here, go there and see what openings we have and apply for them. You can apply for as many openings as you wish, okay? Second thing there that's really useful is the applicant site. The applicant site is where you can update your profile, do your online tests, check the status of your application. Also, the applicant site has this amazing feature, which is the live chat support. So if you have any questions regarding the status of your application, any questions at all regarding your application, go there. We'll have a live support team there to help you with your questions, okay? And by the way, last but not least, this link has a button so you can access our webinar survey. I would really, 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 really appreciate if you could go there, rate this webinar, okay, after events. It takes less than 5 minutes to complete the survey. It's not a long time. You just go there, answer the survey. It's 100% anonymous. That way we can come up with even better editions in the future. So that it's really helpful for us to know your thoughts about the webinar and these events and what kind of things you'd like to see on future editions, okay? Let's start with the Q&A. I'll keep the QR code the whole time on my screen here so you guys can see it and access it. But let's move on to Q&A, okay? Let me just open our comments here and see if we have any questions already. I know we have a little delay, as I mentioned. It's live. So I see people saying they want a remote work opportunity. Again, go to our applicant site, fill your profile, go to our jobs portal, apply to as many openings as you'd like. Even if, and one thing that I must say is that even if you apply for a job and you are not selected for that job, we will keep looking for opportunities that fit your profile. Okay, so we'll be in touch with you. Let me see. Okay, I see someone asking a question about English. Yeah. So, if English is needed to work here at BairesDev, well, English is the language that bonds all of us here at BairesDev. It's the language we all speak because, as I mentioned, we are working from all over the world. And as Mechi, for example, my manager, she's from Argentina. She doesn't speak Portuguese. I don't speak Spanish. English is the way to communicate. Of course, when I'm with a Brazilian colleague working, I speak Portuguese, but English is needed to work here with us because it's the language we all understand. But don't worry, you don't have to be like super advanced in your English skills. We have openings that require a lower English level. We have openings that require a higher English level. So that can work for many different profiles. Okay, so just apply and let's see. We'll find an opening that suits your profile and try to fit you in a position. Okay, let me see. I'm trying to find questions, guys. Send questions. We still have a few minutes. I think I can answer 2 or 3 more questions. Okay, I see some people talking about the online tests on LinkedIn that our applicant site has assigned them to tests that are not related to the positions they are working for. And that might be for several reasons. That might be a bug, simply. But that might also be because we were considering you for a different position and we wanted you to do that test. If you go there and you see tests, do the ones that you think that are relevant for the position you are applying for. But if you see something that is completely like out of the way from that role, just reach our live chat support and ask if that test is really mandatory for the position you're applying. Some tests are mandatory for all positions. So this is why it's really important for you to take the tests that show up on the applicant site. But if you think that test has nothing to do with your skills or your the position you applied, you can contact us to check if that is a bug or if the test was assigned by mistake. Okay, so don't worry. Let me see here. Another comment. I see a lot of people saying they want to work remotely. Yeah, guys, I love working from home. It's I don't see myself working every day in an office. Oh, great question. Juan asked if we provide English courses. Yes, all of our we have this amazing tool, this platform, and all of our employees have access to it. All BitEvers have access to it, so they can go there, take a few lessons, practice. We also, as I said, have channels so people can communicate. And another thing that I would like to say regarding this is that my English has improved a lot ever since I joined BairesDev, just because I put it to practice every day. So yeah, we provide English courses. So this is a good thing. So if you're insecure about your English level, don't worry, you can still develop it through the courses and through regular communication here. Okay. Let me see. A lot of questions, guys. Let me see the ones I haven't answered, because mostly are about wanting to work remote, asking about their application status. Okay, again, if you want to know the status of your application, like some people are saying applied for a job but no one called me, you should go to the applicant site and see the status, see if there are pending tests, because if there are pending tests, you should complete them. And if it's not, like if you don't have any pending tests there, but you want to know further information on the status of your application, you can check it there. It's going to say the status. But you can also, again, reach out for the live support for the support team using the live chat, so they can answer your questions regarding your application, okay? Let me see if I think we only have time for one more, because we already exceeded our expected time here for the webinar, guys. Let me see if I can find another one. Okay, people were asking if the jobs are really remote. Every single job at BairesDev is 100% remote, and they will be remote forever, because that's how we work. We are a multicultural company. We have people spread all over the world. There's no way we can put those people in an office. I see people saying that was a great webinar. Thank you, guys. Oops, sorry, just hit my mic here. Oh, okay. I saw a comment here. I must read this one out loud. A treadmill with a laptop stand is a good idea. Yeah, I saw people doing this on TikToks and on other social media videos, like where they have a standing desk and a treadmill, so they can like do a little, a little walking while they're doing their things. I love that idea. Actually, I'm considering it now. Let me see here if we have time for one more. Okay, people are asking us if we have mentoring and development programs. Yeah, we have a lot of trainings, a lot of mentoring programs here. And also, again, the same thing that happens with the English. You learn a lot just by being in touch with all of those amazing people. I learned so many different things. I grew so much as a professional ever since I joined BairesDev. So yeah, I mean, you have plenty of opportunities to learn both from other people or from specific programs here. But guys, I don't think we have time for any other questions. So just as a final reminder here, go to the QR code on your screen or the link on the description of this event and answer our survey. That survey is super important for us, because that helps us improving our events, getting the topics that you guys want us to talk about on the next editions, and also help us improve the overall quality of those events, okay? And on the same link, you will find our website, our social media, our jobs portal, so you can check all of our openings, and our applicant site, so you can do your tasks, update your profile, check the status of your application, and reach our support team for live assistance, okay? I think that was it, guys. Thank you so much for joining today. I had a lot of fun talking about this topic. I love working remotely, and I think it's an amazing opportunity that everyone should have at least once in life. So thank you, and I hope to see you guys again in future editions. Bye.